Alright guys, welcome back to the GSL. This is the week 3 of the Jupiter conference of the GSTL. And remember guys, this is watched on gomtv.net. For those of you guys who don't know, which is very few of you, because without watching on gomtv.net, I don't know how you'd be watching it. Remember, we're here in Mokdong. For those of you guys who want to come down and see the studio, meet me, meet Unstable, meet Tastosis when they're not on a plane with Slayer's Boxer. You know, that's kind of what's going on with them right now. But more importantly, we've got Nada versus Dongrigu. I can't stress you guys how epic this is. Nada, a great Terran player, as TVZ has been known to be very good as well, but Dongrigu, he's known as the Terran killer here in Korea. He kills Terrans, man.
Of course, he did pull it home for MVP in their first match against Slayers, against a lot of Terrans there as well. I think it was Ganji and MMA, off the top of my head. I think I'm right there. And of course, we are going to go see him stack up against Nada.
The map, though, is dual site. I am actually perplexed at his map choice. I don't know why you would pick a map like dual site in this matchup. I'm sure he's got something specific planned. Maybe he wants to get it out of the way, because remember, if he wins this, he still has a lot more games he's got to win.
Yep.
So we'll see, though. I mean, I guess it's a good choice because he's got to get it over with. He's gonna have to use it. If he uses it, he might as well use it in his first one. All right, let's jump into it. Will Dongrigu save his team, or will Nada close out the series? Let's find out here at the GSTL. All right, over here at the left position, what I call the anchor of the MVP team, a great Zerg. He is
MVP Dongrigu.
Dongrigu has a ton of fans in Korea. I mean, I know there's a lot of fans in the foreign scene for him as well, but he's got possibly more here. Even a fan right there, man. He says, I'm hoping that Dongrigu will get those last 3 points. Now over here on the right side of the map, a member of the team oGs, he is
oGs, Nada.
oGs, Nada. He actually looks so confident and unfazed. Now remember, if he wins this, it's over. oGs wins, and MVP has to go home with their 1-1 score, because of course they did beat Slayers. But Nada, he's a confident player overall, and in general, he's got to be feeling pretty good about this, given that the map is dual site. That's a map that Zerg players have not done as well on as other maps. It's a smaller map, it's very difficult to take hidden bases, play a longer game. We have seen some Zergs win. Happy actually lost on this map with Mech, I believe. Or no, actually he ended up winning that game in Code A. We see that kind of style on this map a lot, because that kind of style works well on this map. And he actually, the reason I say that is because he should have won, and we talk about this all the time in the Gom House. But it looks like Nada is going to be going for a very quick Reaper opening. As you can see there, that Tekla going down. The drone knows what's going on. And obviously, Dongrigu has gone for Hatchery first. Does make dealing with Reapers a little bit more difficult. But obviously, Reapers not as popular as they used to be, and still can be quite scary. Even though you don't see them all that often, they're pretty scary. If you don't stop the bunker from going up too, then you basically just lose. But every good player who scouts the Reaper like Dongrigu has will chase that SCV down, make sure the bunker doesn't go up.
Some maps tend to favor it a little bit more than others as well, because you can jump up and down off that cliff, get a lot more Zerglings kills. Positioning as well can sometimes hide an SCV in the corner where it can't be attacked. But the second Reaper actually is queued up here for Nada. That's going to be interesting. Usually you only see one, just to do the scouting, see what's going on, and then go with it from there. But, yeah.
Well, he has started that command center as well, so we do see this build pretty often in TVT and in TVZ. It's a great build because Reapers not only can do a lot of damage, but they're also great for scouting, and it makes you not want to leave your base with your attacking units, because then the Reapers will just kill everything. So here comes that Reaper now.
You can really punish people for just moving outside of their base. That's why it's good to expand behind. We have 6 Lings in production, of course, and the Queen about to pop right on top of this Reaper.
Reaper hasn't really seen a whole lot. He knew from the start it was a hatch burst. I think he may be waiting for that second Reaper buddy, who is trying to find him there. He's in the middle of the map, actually. He's going to join up with him pretty soon here. They're actually having a meeting of the minds. There they are. They travel in pairs. They're like Tastosis. They won't do anything without the other one. They're an Archon, Reaper Archon. All right, here they come. Running over here. The Queen is prepared for this, though. Off creep, though, the Queen can take a ton of damage from Reapers. You never want to engage Reapers off creep with the Queen.
We have quite a few Lings in backup though, so I'm not going to see... I don't see Dongragu losing a queen like that.
I don't think so either. I mean, the crucial thing with these Reapers is he pulled the queen away, did some damage to it, he forced a lot of Lings. In fact, right now there are 12 Lings on the map. That's not what Dongragu really wants right now. He wants to start droning up, using that second base. And he actually may trap these Reapers.
Nice control by Nada, just faking him out there, trying to get us around. He does lose one Reaper, you eventually lose them all anyway. But he's going to follow it up with some Blue Flame Hellions.
Exactly. Blue Flame actually about a fourth of the way done. Nada wants to wall off here.
He's going to see this coming up. He's going to see the Hellion at the top of the ramp. Oh!
That was a close call. But he does, like you said, see the Hellion.
Yeah.
It's very, very important. Could have actually maybe even ended the game, though, if those Lings got in there.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm going to check as well. I want to see if he saw the command center. He did see the command center.
So he saw everything.
Absolutely. And right now, Nada added a second barracks, actually going to add a third barracks here. It looks like he's going to expand and do a little timing attack with several Marines and Blue Flame Hellions. Not adding any Marauders, you sometimes see this Blue Flame Marauder timing attack that people are doing to help deal with the Spines and the Queens, but it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing that from Nada. Blue Flame about to finish here. He's going to clean up these Lings relatively easily with these Hellions, unless they smartly run away, which, of course, they have.
Does, of course, have that Overlord in a nice position, seeing if anything comes out there.
Lair going up here for Dongragu. Kind of realizes what's going on. He wants to get that Spire up ASAP. He's got an Evolution Chamber on the way. Spine's going down at the natural. He's actually got one on each side. The Evolution Chamber going to help wall off as well, make it so Hellions can't move around as well as they'd like to. Stim not going to be done for a while. It's about a fifth of the way done. That's very important when you do the timing attack. You've got to do it with Stim. The idea is to, if your opponent doesn't, if you do this type of timing, your opponent has to be prepared for it. If he doesn't make a Baneling Nest, he gets in trouble. And if he does make a Baneling Nest, then at least you delay the mutas and you go home. There's a lot of different things that you can do with this attack. Ling's going to kind of run in here. Wants to see exactly how many Hellions are made, if there are any tanks, but he's going to have to run away. There is an Overlord, though, spotting for most of what's going on. Lings, he has that Overlord to spot what the Hellions are doing, so he's trying to send the Lings where the Hellions are not.
Yeah.
Smart move overall there by Dongragu.
There's the Spire that we always see from Dongragu.
Exactly. So, Dongragu, like Unstable was just alluding to by saying we always see from. He likes to do that style where you get a ton of mutas out, and you get that critical number to where the Terran can never move out of his base without losing like barracks and reactors immediately to mutas. Turrets no longer have any effect. We're
really
talking
forces
about like
Thors as well.
Yeah, we're talking about like 25 mutas. You need to leave a Thor in your base. You need to leave 2 Thors in your base because Dongragu is out. So nice control here. Hellions, like we were talking about in the last game, really great for controlling the map. Even if you never attack with them, you can just take out units around the middle of the map. And as you guys have noticed, Nada has not attacked with these Hellions. He hasn't tried to kill any drones. He's just using them to control the map.
Yeah, just like last game, he keeps them always moving. As we can see, Dongragu is banking a lot of minerals and gas here for these mutas.
Yep.
He should have about 10 or 11 go straight into. He usually gets +1 attack into his. Oh, he's nice around right there. That was completely missed by the camera.
3 Hellions did get taken out there by those Speedlings.
Yeah.
An unfortunate thing to have happen for Nada, but for Dongragu, it's everything. He's got map control now. He can take the Watchtower safely. +1 melee attack finishing up here. Baneling Nest about to finish. He's going to get speed ASAP. +1 air weapons on the way. And he does finally spot this Overlord. He's like, how do you know where my Hellions are all the time? Oh, I see. I see what's going on.
Like I was saying before, he always likes getting that +1 as soon as that Spire pops as well, just to increase the efficiency of those Mutalisks. And I think we're seeing that more and more often from more Zerg players as well.
I think you're exactly right. Now, these Banelings got cancelled. I was going to say they're going to die immediately. They did get cancelled because the Marines are moving out. This style is really smart by Dongragu. He's going to go for a counterattack. There are a lot of units here. Bunkers moving up into place as well, and he may lose his 3rd hatchery. It just finished a brand new hatchery.
Yeah, he doesn't have any Banelings in the mix here as well. There's a lot of Marines coming down. There we go. 17 in production now, right as I say it. He really needs to be able to defend against all these Marines. He's going to lose that hatchery. Nothing he can do about it. Try popping in here, picking off a few Marines left, right, and center because they are spread out. Here we go. Banelings are up.
Banelings actually moving around. He does have Burrow, so he's going to try to burrow some Banelings. He may try to do the Mutalist bait tactic where you bait the Marines into the Banelings. Baneling speed only just now starting. The Mutas don't yet have +1. He's going to take the Watchtower here. This could be bad for Nada.
Zergling's going straight to the tanks though. No speed just yet. He will be able to kite those all day long if he wants to. Ling's coming in. Mutas coming to take out that dropship. I don't think there's enough Mutas here to deal with these Marines though. He does need to back off. Loses a lot right there.
Indeed he does. And it looks like Nada actually trying to go back and control the tower again. He's going to lose a lot of these Marines. In fact, he's going to lose all of them. Dongregyu taking a significant supply lead, but the crucial thing is that Nada was able to deny that third. He started his own third command center. Dongregyu has started his own re-third, I guess you could say, a different third. He's put it in a different location this time, a little bit further away from Nada.
And at this point in the game, Dongregyu needs that gas.
Absolutely, and he has started a fourth again at the same third base location, which is of course closer to his opponent, but his creep is spread in that direction. That's why maybe some of you guys are wondering, why do you take that base? Because it's because the creep is spread towards it, rather than taking the base of the north that's further away from Nada, because there's no creep there. It needs that creep to defend against those Marines. Can't use Banelings off creep very well. At least you'd rather avoid it. This command center may have to be cancelled. That would be huge.
No, I don't think it's going to get cancelled. The Marines are getting in the right position, but
that was a close call, though. If you didn't have enough Marines there, that could have been bad. And in fact,
he's just not leaving with these Mutas. He really wants to be in Nada's face right now. He's taking a 20 supply lead. If he can get those extra 2 bases up, it's going to be huge for him. That third goes up, and instantly all those gas are going.
Absolutely. 2 gases have already been taken, like you're saying, on that third. The fourth, finishing up here, he's going to be taking those gases as well. He's got +2 melee attacks. He wants to either get a hive. He needs to get that infestation pit either way, or get infestors at this point. Doesn't want to just stick with just purely speedling Muta Baneling for the entire game. Marine does come over here to try to scout for this.
Oh, he is going to see that creep.
Yeah, he sees everything now. But again, can Nada really deal with this very well? Not exactly. It's pretty far away. And the Mutalisk count's getting pretty intense. He's got 16 Mutas out. Right now, Dongregyu realizes his opponent is out in the middle of the map. He's going to do a counterattack here again.
There's a lot of Lings, but no Banelings. Those bunkers are going to do a lot of damage. The SCV's coming into as well, repairing the second bunker as best it can. Lots going down, but he's... Oh, Nada actually turned around to come defend his base.
Did keep that command center alive. Cleaned up all the Lings, but the Mutalisks are still alive. That's the most prudent thing here.
Yeah.
And if you guys will notice on the map, there are all these little orange dots. Those aren't Burrowed Banelings, those are Burrowed Zerglings. He's able to see everything that his opponent is doing with those Lings. That's how he's always able to counterattack. He doesn't have Overlords around, that's too much of a liability. Having those Burrowed Lings everywhere, though, is a great move.
And yet again, right as Nada moves out, in comes Dongregyu, just always coming in at the wrong time here for Nada, getting a lot of drop chips here as well. Just not letting Nada breathe.
Exactly. That second bunker is going to finish up here. It's going to help out significantly for Nada. Nada has caught up in supply significantly as well. He's only 10 supply down. The problem is, though, that it's 4 bases against just 2. He's trying to take that third base. There's a Zergling spot for that. He needs to kill a base, essentially, pretty soon. It looks like he's going to do exactly that, or at least try to. His Marines do have +1 attack. They're about to have armor. He's going to have 1/1. His tanks do not have any upgrades, though, and the +2 about to finish here for these Zerglings is going to be very helpful.
On the upside to this for Dongregyu, he doesn't really need that base right now. He still has the third up at the 9 o'clock. He's just biding his time. Looks like he's just going to wait for Nada to move, but no, he's going to go for it. Bringing in these Mutas, picking off the spread out Marines. Nice choice by Dongregyu. He's trying to force the Marines into the 1 clump so he can roll in with his Banelings.
Exactly, and the Mutas just continuing to pick off these Marines, and with +1/1 upgrades on those Mutas,
and
with
here we
enough
go.
Zerglings, he may just
Everything
go.
coming through. The Banelings are going to go to it. Some nice target fired on all those tanks for the Lings and Mutas. And just cuts his losses and backs off. Nice choice by Dongregyu.
I like that as well. He could have killed all the tanks, but like you were saying, he doesn't necessarily need to. Did enough damage. Losing those Banelings was kind of iffy. That does end up happening. Nada taking a planetary at his third to make sure that Ling run-bys just basically aren't a problem for him. As he's moving around, checking the gold base, making sure
That's
there's
if the
nothing
planetary
there.
gets up in time. We do have a run-by here. Banelings coming through. The planetary is not done yet. Banelings are going to be able to deal with all these SCVs.
Oh! I'm just sitting here with my mouth open going, how did this happen? It's because Nada's units walked past the Zergling. He saw where they were. Every time Nada moves out, it's like Dongregyu has made his own personal map hack. He's got Zerglings everywhere. You can see everything that's going on. The Zerglings are spies. They're out there finding out what Nada is doing. Every time Nada moves one place, Dongregyu goes the next.
Yeah, looking at Nada is mined out in his main, pretty much mined out in his natural. Not looking good for him. He is about 60 supply down as well. Could be lights out here for Nada, but definitely a strong showing today.
Yeah, I mean, Nada's got a pretty solid defense up right now, but the problem is if Dongrigu just keeps trading armies with him, he'll
like
lose.
This?
Exactly. And I don't know if this is going to be a trade or a slaughter. Nice splitting by Nada, but there are so many mutas here. They have armor and attack, and I think they're just going to clean everything up.
And that's it.
That is it, man. Now, he doesn't have to attack again, but if he wants to, he can. He's got 3 mining bases. He's about to have a 4th.
There's a tank sitting down near the 4th. He's just sitting there right out of vision range.
That's really weird, actually.
Don't know what he's doing.
We may get a shot of it in a second. There's a tank just kind of hanging out.
Dongrigu moving in yet again.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, he's going to lose a lot here. This isn't really a cost-effective engagement for him. But the problem is Nada just doesn't have any money. And when he runs out there, he's not going to be able to make anything else, whereas Dongrigu is just kind of
There we go. There's
trading.
that tank just hanging out.
I don't know what that tank's up to, man. He actually took a lot of hits recently as well. Still over there. He's got 13 kills. He's a veteran tank. Oh,
there we go.
He's like, that was kind of annoying. Could you stop staring at my hatchery? That's private. So, Dongrigu up 90 supply. Greater Spire on the way. Taking another hatchery up at the top left. A lot of Banelings coming out. Carapace being researched. He's going to have 2-1 upgrades here pretty soon. Remember his Mutas and the Broodlords as well will have 1-1. And again, he's going to engage in trade here. But is it a trade or is it a slaughter? This time, no amount of Marine splitting is going to get him out of this one. Mules being dropped. GG. Maybe a road to recovery for MVP.
If anyone can do it,
it's Dongrigu. You and I are thinking the same thing, man. We're on the same wavelength. I'm going to talk to you like we're servers. Dude, you're like on the same wavelength, bro.
Everyone keeps forgetting about that fire as they come out and they walk too close, and it's just like, oh.
Well, when you're on that adrenaline high, you just walk out of your booth and fire jumps up. It's a little nerve-wracking.
There you go, giving away some more shirts.
Ooh.
Just gonna get this one.
Oh, look at that. That's the lucky fan of the audience there. I think that's actually, if I remember correctly, I think that's actually the person who got the oGs flag.
Good day for him.
Yeah, I mean, you get the oGs flag, but now he's like, oh, I have some conflicting interests here. I've got the oGs flag, but I've got an MVP shirt. You guys have probably heard my story about getting the MVP shirt from from Genius after Genius killed Boxer, and then Slayer's Jessica came out to give me a Slayer shirt, and I was like, this is a little weird for me. Dongrigu looks happy, and all that matters really for MVP right now is obviously they want to win, but Dongrigu has won a game, and he feels happy, and going into the next game, he's going to feel confident. Win or lose, it's good for the team that he won that game.
It is. Another positive, I know it doesn't look that great for oGs, considering they just lost the game, but the positive is they do still have 2 more players they can send out to specifically snipe Dongrigu.
Yeah.
If they'd thought about that beforehand, which of course they would have something up their sleeve, and it's not all bad news.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's very dangerous here for MVP because a lot of the times the snipers come out, they have their best matchup. A lot of the times you only see ZVT coming in from Dongrigu. It's a very nerve-wracking situation for them to see who comes out next.
You know who I think it's going to be, despite Dongrigu being the Terran killer? I think we're going to see Supernova. Supernova has shown some great TVZs in the past.
Yep.
He does a style that's very similar to SC Foyu's, where he can bunker you. He's really good at bunkering you, and he's got this style to where it's not like what we saw from Nada where it's 11-11. It's the kind of bunker style where you go forward with the bunkers, and then you don't necessarily make them. It's very aggressive, and you can do a lot of damage. I think we may see Supernova on Zelnaga Caverns. I think that's definitely a possibility. And the map looks like it's going to actually be Crossfire. And I was going to say, if we don't see Crossfire, though, I think it'll be Zelnaga. Crossfire map the Zergs kind of struggle with right now, though.
Yeah. Kind of equally against both Protoss and Terran at the same time, though, simply because of those chokes. Blink Stalker's very effective here as well. And there was a quick shot of oGs then for a second.
The thing about Crossfire that's bad for Zerg is that there are these choke points and ramps that make melee units, which are basically the core of the Zerg army, rendered helpless. They cannot attack. And who's it going to be? Let's find out. I think we're going to see Supernova, but who will we see? Is it going to be...
He's going to stand up.
Oh, is that Hero? Oh, I think it's Hero. I couldn't really see his face, but I'm pretty sure it is. I can tell by his hairstyle, man. I know all the oGs hairstyles. And look at me, Hero. It is Hero.
It is.
Hero took out Dongregoo in the Code qualifiers. If you guys don't remember that, now you remember. Hero is the maestro of PvZ, man. He just controls his units, and I actually am.
Well, he doesn't use units, he just uses Phoenixes.
Exactly. I actually completely forgot about this guy being on oGs just because I hadn't seen him in a while, and I got really pumped up when he qualified and he didn't do as well as I expected, and I was like, oh, maybe, I was wrong about him being good, but this guy, his PvZ is excellent, and now that I think about it, if I had remembered that he was on the roster, if he hadn't hid himself behind his lovely hair over there on the bench, I would have said, it's got to be him.
We don't have that mental edge, but something you have to take into consideration is during those Code qualifiers, Dongregoo had already gone through 3 sets, so that's about six matches in total because he did 2-0 all of them. And one of those games was a 50-plus minute long game, and then he had all of 4 or 5 minutes break, and then he was straight into the games with Hero.
Yeah. Whereas Hero actually had a lot longer time to prepare.
Yeah.
Because he was waiting for that 50-minute game to end.
Yeah.
So Hero's just kind of sitting there, chilling out, drinking some Picari Sweat over there, and then, his opponent's like doing all this crazy stuff, macroing like a boss, and then gets dumped right into Hero's game. And it was at the end of the day, too. I mean, you're getting kind of tired. You've been there all day with your team.
Yep.
MVP actually had 20 players try to qualify, so he was,
pretty much every player
around
on the roster who wasn't already there was trying to qualify. It's the same for all the other teams as well, because if you're on a pro team here, you're usually in Grandmasters or very, very high up. And the way the qualifiers work is it's 172, I believe, and the top ranked people get in. So the higher ranked you are, the more chances. It kind of makes sense that all the pro team players will get in.
Yeah. So we saw earlier, Nada versus Keen was kind of a revenge scenario. This one, very similar. It's interesting that they send out Hero because that creates the revenge scenario rather than sending out Keen, which, is like, oh, I'm going to get revenge on you. It's like, it's kind of a move that I like because Hero obviously his PvZ is really good. Yep. But you send out the guy that Dongregoo is going to sit there and go, oh man, this guy crushed me. I've played him on the ladder or whatever, but in an important situation last time, he crushed me. Yeah. So we'll see how this happens. I'm actually so excited because I love Hero, and this game is the score rather is getting closer. Dongregoo's getting more, as Dongregoo's stress level goes up, my excitement level goes up.
Well, you and me had the great pleasure of actually watching that game at the Code qualifiers live as well. I think I was standing behind Dongregoo. And
yeah, I was behind Hero actually.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
You're a Zerg player, I'm Pro Dust player. I was watching that. It was actually streamed as well on CSN. Dongregoo's was, I believe. So
Dongregoo's point of view, but.
Crossfire.
Yeah, Crossfire.
Phoenixes can be quite good on this map. The thing that works well on this map for Zergs and ZVP is mutas. Yep. And if your opponent goes Phoenixes right off the bat, it makes you very reluctant to use mutas. Makes you want to go more roach heavy.
And that'll take him out of his comfort zone as well. Exactly. Just as his staple of a player, Dongregoo loves his mutas. He likes using that play. And I am yet to see someone who has better Phoenix control than Hero. He's probably going to prove me wrong by doing something weird and just make me look like an idiot, but...
Yeah, in all seriousness, we've actually watched Hero play so many games.
Yeah.
And almost every game, every matchup, not PvP though. Although I wouldn't put it past him to go Phoenixes in PvP. He's shown the best Phoenix control, the best multitasking. He macros, but his Phoenixes are always around the map doing anything. He doesn't do that Phoenix build where he kills a few drones and leaves his Phoenixes there. No, he kills a few drones, then kills a few drones somewhere else, then kills an Overlord, then kills a few drones, and got some fans from a lot of different places over there.
We do.
In the audience. So I was going on my rant there about the Phoenixes. I didn't see exactly where every one of them was from, but
that's right.
Man, this is going to be intense. Expect Phoenixes, expect mutas, expect an intense game. Dongregoo is playing on Crossfire against someone who crushed him last time we met him. He's the last hope for his team. If he loses this, it's over. He's got to be feeling a tremendous amount of pressure, not to mention that he just played a game that was, not an easy game. It was a longer, it got to the mid to the late game. He was ahead, but still, it was pretty stressful.
Yeah, at the same time, I always prefer these matches to go 4-3, but that's just personal preference.
Right. I mean, any spectator does, but I'm sitting here, man, just in shock still at how awesome this is. I'm really glad I have the privilege of casting the team league here. For those of you guys who weren't aware, Tastosis is flying right now on a plane with Slayer's Boxer to the NASL, and the Korean commentators, I think, weren't exactly sure about the map because it popped up and I heard them all go, "Oh, seriously?" And they are just as aware as Unstable and I is. The map's pretty hard for Zerg. The map is loading up here. Will Hero close it out, or will Dongregu bring his team up to tied score? This is very tense. Dongregu, remember, lost to this guy in the Code qualifiers. Can he get revenge here at the GSTL? Let's find out. I am Wolf. With me is Unstable. This is GSTL Jupiter Week 3.